look at the sunrise. It's in the corner. We waited home. Should be exactly 50 pounds. Fingers crossed. And exhale. We are back, baby. I miss this place so much. It feels so good to be back. And it honestly, it feels like I never left. You would never know that I was gone. So I just kept having these horror stories in my head about like finding a bunch of bugs and things strewn everywhere, and I don't know, but it's honestly just fine. We'll be seeing a lot of the inside of this apartment, especially, I mean, always in COVID times, but especially while I quarantine. I think it's like 9:30. Back to the pink teeth with this pink light. Whenever I film clips in the dark with just this light on, everyone, well not everyone, but I get comments thinking that I'm high because of the pink light on my eyes and my teeth. It's been a long day of traveling. It's definitely a weird feeling when you're flying east and in the winter time and the sun sets like in the middle of the day, like when it's 2 p.m. your time and suddenly it's dark out because you're flying in the middle of the country. I don't know, it was trippy. I ordered some sushi from one of my favorite sushi places for dinner slash lunch because frankly I didn't even have a real meal. I've just had a couple snacks. My Wi-Fi is not working for some reason, so I need to figure that out, but I can't call anyone because it's almost 10 here. I'm gonna start taking measurements and compare based on measurements I've looked at online at other places, because obviously I'm not gonna like go in person to look at places until I clear like a negative test and quarantine kind of stuff. So I am kind of doing virtual apartment touring. Anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself. I haven't even taken off my shoes. Unpacking will probably be a tomorrow project. Cheers everyone. I'm going to sleep because yeah, even though it is only 9:30 here and 6:30 West Coast time, I'm exhausted. Something I was thinking about on the plane is, you know how it just kind of like sucks the energy out of you being on a plane, but what is it about planes that make everyone's hair greasy? Like, is this just a me problem? Like, at the end of the flight, no one has clean looking hair. Does anyone else experience this, or am I just like gross? Okay, anyway. Good night, everyone. I can't wait to wake up here tomorrow with all the bright light. Currently on hold with my internet company, figuring that out, and I'm gonna make my to-do list for the day. I kind of already made one before I left of like what I wanted to get in order on arrival, and I'm just updating it. I love mornings in here though. It is so nice with the sun coming through. I don't have any milk, so I'm just gonna use collagen creamer. This is the mocha flavor. This stuff is actually pretty good. It's gonna go overboard. It smells so good. I'm excited to have coffee. It's literally like 11:30 now, and I'm just now getting to coffee. Obviously adjusting from West Coast to East Coast time is especially annoying because then you're getting up earlier and going to sleep earlier. And I definitely like didn't get to sleep probably until 2 last night East Coast time, so 11 West Coast time. But then this morning I got woken up at like 8 because of some noise, and I was not ready to wake up, so I slept till 9:30. So I'd say that's half decent for my first day back, because that's 6:30 West Coast time. But yeah, I've been up for a couple hours now and I haven't been hungry or even wanting coffee yet, so finally, because not only does it like throw off my sleep schedule, but it also throws off my eating schedule. Since I usually do intermittent fasting, I don't even eat until noon West Coast time usually. So, but this is still pretty good even without milk, just the collagen creamer. So cheers. I only did 1 scoop, but 1 serving is 2 for them, but I kind of think that Phyto Proteins you don't need as much as they recommend. And next, I'm gonna hang up this little guy that Sierra cross-stitched for me for Christmas. It's a joke from the podcast. I think I vlogged it when I got it in the mail initially, but I'm just gonna put a little tiny command hook and put it right over the stove. I think it's perfect spot. Okay. Right there looks good. Put the hook right to the left of that random marking on the wall. Thanks, Sierra. It adds the perfect touch to my kitchen. I've spent the whole morning kind of doing online work and catching up with emails and such, but now I'm gonna get to the main thing today is unpacking and cleaning and kind of like settling back into the space. I want to unpack first and then we will get to the cleaning. And I should probably have this guy charging because we're gonna need him. Have yet to show you in daylight, but my plant is very, very dead. I mean, obviously it was going to be because I've been gone. I just feel bad. Like, I honestly was wondering if I should even film this because I feel personally offended that I did this, and I feel so bad for this plant. I know a lot of people were asking me about it. I posted it on Instagram and I just feel so bad. But it is what it is, so I'm gonna take him outside to trash. This is like flushing a goldfish, it's so painful. I just finished unpacking, my bags are empty, so now comes the satisfying part of zipping them all up and putting them away. I actually have some stuff up there where the suitcase goes, so I'm gonna take it down, put it in here, and then put it away. What's up, you guys? It has been a few days since I actually spoke to you last. The last time I was vlogging, I kind of stopped in the middle of the day while I was unpacking because things escalated very quickly at the Capitol, which I'll talk about in a minute because that was just, I like don't even have words. Like I've had a few days thinking about it and listening and watching and seeing responses and everything, and I just still cannot fathom and come up with words. I'm getting ready right now, not for any particular reason. I'm like quarantining and chilling by myself. It's been a few days since I've gotten ready and it just makes a difference in like feeling productive, and I went to vlog and whatever. So I worked out this morning back in my little one strip of space to have a workout, and I did a Sydney Cummings video, which was great. So I wanted to try on camera. I'm using the NYX lip liner that I bought at Ulta. The color is pale pink, so trying it for the first time. Luckily this is pretty close to my natural lip color, I think. I can't even see where it is. I'm gonna go all the way in. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this that much. Okay, so just put it all over. Yeah, it definitely makes me look a little washed out. And then over that, I'm gonna put a clear lip gloss that my mom got me for Christmas. It's a MAC lip gloss. Again, I never wear lip gloss, so trying new things, 2021. I don't think I like this color on me, but it's fine. Anyway, so I don't want to like dwell on this and make this the focus of my vlog because I'm not like the best voice to be analyzing it, and please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, and this is my opinion, but I just couldn't go on with this vlog as if it didn't happen. You know, it's one of those things like George Floyd being murdered, like the Las Vegas shooting, like so many devastating events that have unfolded even just in the last few years that you just can't, at least I can't, it doesn't sit right to just not acknowledge it on social media and on a platform. Just seeing the images, the videos, the hatred, the paranoia that drove people to try and occupy the US Capitol is just so disheartening and so heartbreaking. And it's just a demonstration that these words of politicians and leaders and people in the media who give them strong platforms and give them credibility, even if they claim that they're not, like, it is they have consequences, and it's not just harmless to be like, well, maybe these lies do have some truth to them and maybe we should look into it, when in reality you're just fueling people to act violently for a cause that doesn't exist. Like, it's just so frustrating. And especially seeing people in response to it comparing it to Black Lives Matter, comparing it to, you know, movements that have real causes that actually reflect on people's equality, humanity, how they're treated in the world, and comparing this to that is just not even close. Not even in the same graph on the same piece of paper in the same notebook. Like, it is so different, and it's just, and the like double standard of how people are treated, it's really gotten to me, and I have been so frustrated ever since the election happened of people that are perpetuating these lies, and politicians who are like, oh, well, there's no harm in looking, when they know better, and now they're trying to turn a blind eye and say, and like take the blame off of them, when it's like, you had a part in this, and you can't just sit idly by and enable lies to fuel people to do something violent and illegal. The fact that people are trying to compare a movement for racial equality and fair treatment under the law to a movement, an insurrection of people who were misled by politicians and lied to stir up their paranoia just so their political careers or in finances are like bettered. It's just, so I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've been like glued to the news and watching it all unfold. And also I think it's so important, like, this just shows how powerful disinformation and, you know, fear-mongering and all of those things that in the past are just like just words. I even thought that there was going to be political violence like on election day, the way that it was being framed, and the fact that it could have been prevented by people telling the truth when they know better is the most frustrating part. What you can do and what we can all do is, you know, if you see someone that you know sharing articles that are promoting like detrimental false information, or, you know, using sources to cite things in their arguments that you know to be disproven somewhere else, like, just engage with them and have as many meaningful conversations you can to try and help them understand, rather than like blaming them. And like, misinformation is really insidious. We can all help and do our part by trying to thwart it where we see it, and not just like letting those things go. I know that it's very hard. It's much easier said than done, and it does take a lot of emotional energy, and it is exhausting, but it is so important, and that's all we can do, is be honest and have conversations with people in our lives and hold our leaders accountable. So just know that I am doing that in my own life, and it is hard, and that's all I want to say. It's a very heavy topic, but I couldn't brush over it. But I do want to make this vlog more so about first vlog back in New York, settling in and readjusting and everything like that. So I'm gonna dry my hair and put on a real shirt that's not a robe, and then we will continue the vlog. I did want to show you one thing that I got. So I use this shampoo that I've loved for years. I think I first started using it like in high school, maybe earlier, but I haven't had it in a long time. And then I was like, and my hair just felt like like it had product buildup and a bunch of stuff, and I just really needed a clarifying shampoo. So I ordered this one, and it came in the mail, and I used it today, and it's just so refreshing. You guys might know if you watch my videos, I rotate and try a bunch of different hair products all the time, and I don't really just use one shampoo and conditioner. Like, I really like using different ones at different times for different needs of my hair. So this has been a favorite clarifying shampoo for a long time. It's so simple. It's just the Neutrogena one. It's only like $5, I think. It's pretty good. I have yet in life to find a clarifying shampoo. You're only supposed to use those like maybe once a week, but it's kind of like a deep shampoo that really cleans your hair and gets rid of product buildup. I haven't found a clarifying shampoo that's better than the Neutrogena one, so it makes my hair feel the cleanest it ever does and like the softest. And I just realized that I didn't put any product in it. I kind of want to organize my apartment search a little bit. And again, I feel like I keep getting questions about this, like whenever I post a story from my apartment or something, people are like, wait, aren't you gonna move? I do love this apartment, but I do think I'm ready to move on at the same time, which is bittersweet. I do want to make a more dedicated apartment touring kind of vlog dedicated to documenting the process, but for now I'll just give like a little hint of what I'm kind of going for. When I first moved into this place in July of 2019, I had a very different set of priorities, and I was very much excited to like throw myself into the city and, you know, be going to work all day and then going out and going to restaurants and seeing my friends and being out and about all the time. I had very low expectations, which is why I found an apartment like the first day I looked. And honestly, this apartment has been great. Like, I really don't have any complaints. There's laundry in the building, not in my unit, but that's to be expected for New York for what I pay. I haven't had a single issue with any sort of bugs. I've just never even had to like text my super about a problem. Okay, it's very, very small, it's very cramped, and there's not like amenities or anything. I don't even have a rooftop, and I know that these sound silly because like a lot of people don't, and I'm not trying to make this like complaining situation, but just know this is like my personal thought process and list of things that I desire in an apartment. But my rationale was that I was never going to be home, and so it's okay that it's small, it's cute, it has the ambiance. I really like the colors and the crown molding, and like it was a full kitchen and all these things that I had found that were harder to find than I expected when I was looking, and there's not much closet space, and it was a good price. And I know a lot of people are probably going to think differently, because I know that in a lot of other places prices are lower, but New York City is super competitive and high in demand and expensive. I do think I'm ready to move on because there's other things that I want now, and when I moved in, I knew that I wasn't going to be spending much time here. I was going to be sleeping and eating my meals here. But obviously we live in a different world now, and I spend most of my time in my home, especially right now. That's why I kind of shifted my focus, thinking like, okay, especially now that the market is more of a renter's market and they have had a lot of people leaving the city, and they do have more concessions that they're willing to give up and prices they're willing to lower for people looking to rent, that now is a good time for me to invest more in the place that I'm living, because I am spending more time there. So right now, I think I'm going to live in a bigger building that has actual amenities, which I never thought I would do in New York before the pandemic, because honestly, it's so expensive. So many buildings now are doing like 3 months free, and when you crunch the numbers, it's like hardly more than I'm paying now at all. Much more worth it, because you're getting like a gym in your building, you're getting a rooftop, some even have like pools, and it's honestly kind of excessive, and just like more space and community rooms, which I understand is like not necessarily the most COVID friendly at the moment, but eventually will pay off. I would like to have a little more space, and the ones that I'm finding that are still within my price range that have the amenities that I'm looking for, they're still a little bit bigger, but they're not like huge 1-bedrooms that I'm looking at. I'm still looking at studios. Obviously, I'm not going out in the city nearly as much as I was before, and so something that I found that really drives me crazy about being here is not having an outdoor space, and I think I've learned that that's something I really value and would pay a little bit more for. So that's kind of where I'm at. Is right now I'm going to go through, and I have a list kind of tentatively that I've been bouncing back and forth between of different buildings that I'm interested in, and I kind of keep mixing them up though and losing track of like, okay, this one you have to pay extra to use this, but this one, you know, has 4 months free. So I think I might make a spreadsheet and go through and put in the units that are available in each of these buildings, and the price and the amenities and everything like that, to be able to compare in one place. Honestly, there's just a lot to go through, and people who are probably going to be asking, I am still looking to live in Brooklyn, and I do think I'm going to be moving a little closer to Manhattan, but not in Manhattan. So that's what I'm going to do right now. That was just a little update. So I'm going to go through, and I have so many tabs open of different places, and honestly some of them might be gone already, you know, with the hope of the vaccine and everything. It's still a renter's market, but I have seen that some of those concessions, like places that were 3 months free before, are now like 2 or 1 month free. And so I do kind of want to get this going, even though I'm still quarantined and I'm not going to see them in person yet. But I am doing as much research as I can and reading reviews and all that. So that's kind of my process now, is going through and systematically organizing what I want, and do virtual tours and things, and kind of narrow down where I want to go, and then maybe have a handful that I tour as soon as I'm cleared from quarantining, and hopefully sign a lease and move before I start working on the 25th. So it's kind of like a tight window, especially not seeing them in person yet. But so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go make the spreadsheet right now, and then I'll show you guys what it ends up looking like. I'm also like not very good at spreadsheets. I'm not one of those intuitive Microsoft Sheets people. Excel is the wrong, I can't even say the right word. Okay, so before I put any of these in here, because I realized that I don't really want to show you guys the places that I'm looking at, you know, for privacy's sake, so I'm just going to show you the empty categories I put on this spreadsheet. So it's pretty simple. First is just the name of the building, the unit, and then the square footage, the view, which I'll probably put like, you know, if it's Brooklyn or Manhattan, or a numerical value 1 to 10 of like how excited I am about the view. I have 2 different categories for the net rent and the gross rent, meaning like if there's 3 months free, what that nets to when you incorporate like how much you're actually going to be paying. The 2 most important amenities to me, if there's a gym and if there's a rooftop, and if there's an extra fee for using the amenities, which I haven't found in too many places, but it is out there. Closest subway lines. And the one that says neighborhood, not necessarily like the name of the neighborhood, but more so what's nearby, like, oh, is it close to a Trader Joe's, or is it close to, you know, the park, or things like that. So just nearby things that I would use. So that is going to be a good way to kind of organize my search. So that is what I'm doing. And now I'm going to go in and start filling in the apartments that I have up. For dinner, I'm having a classic cauliflower gnocchi and some ground beef with some pasta sauce. I actually luckily had a ton of frozen food, so I had food when I first got here, which is good. I still haven't even opened this one. It's like a taco thing, and I had a bunch of gnocchi, some different proteins, so that is good. And I even had frozen bread. Hello everyone. It's nighttime now, but I just got some groceries in. I ordered from Whole Foods. Whenever I come back to New York, I always order from Whole Foods. So let's see what I got. I got some cold brew. I don't know why. I've been like loving hot coffee just because it's cold outside, but I've been craving iced coffee. So I got this one. I love La Colombe. This is the, I think it's a blonde roast. Oh, this is a medium roast, but I still like light to medium coffee. So I got this one. I also got some gluten-free bread. I've never tried this one before. It was actually a replacement that they suggested because, guys, my freaking smoke detector has low battery and my ceilings are so high. This just started like an hour ago. My ceilings are so high, I don't really know. I think it's probably maybe like 10, 11 feet. And I tried stepping up on the top of this chair and I cannot reach. I don't have a ladder. So I texted my super, but it's Saturday and I haven't heard from him. So I might just have to put earbuds in my ears when I sleep because I cannot get that down. I'll try and cut out the bits where it plays in the video because I hate when people vlog when the kind of like noise is happening, or when people vlog with their fire alarms going off. I'm gonna wait for it to beep so I can continue talking. Sir? I've never tried this brand of bread before. I think it was just a replacement they suggested because the one I ordered was out. But this is a gluten-free Whole Foods bread. It's bakehouse sandwich bread. It seems like super heavy. And one slice is 150 calories. Not that calories are the most important thing, but most gluten-free bread is like less than 100, meaning this one's just much more dense, which isn't bad, but it just is different. So this will be good for avocado toast. I also got 2 orange bell peppers. This is my favorite veggie snack, is bell peppers with cream cheese and everything but the bagel seasoning, you guys know. I got 2 zucchini squash. Here I have 1 pound, I think that's what I ordered, of teriyaki marinated salmon from their fresh seafood case. And I got this when I was in LA and it was so bomb. So I'm excited to make this. I got a few little sweet potatoes. A lot of people are saying that the Mario Badescu rose spray that I got is not good for dry skin. So I decided, I didn't know Whole Foods sold this, but this is what I really wanted, was the rose water and glycerin by Heritage Store. This stuff is so good. It makes my skin feel... I always forget that Whole Foods does have like a pretty decent size beauty section. Okay, and then I got a bag of 4 Hass avocados. A couple of lemons for lemon water. Trying to get back into that healthy ritual morning routine. I didn't really have any good looking fresh chicken, which I would normally get at Trader Joe's, but I'm not going to Trader Joe's, I'm ordering online. So this is the Naked Truth flame grilled chicken breast fillets. I think it only has a couple. Oh yeah, there's only 2 chicken breasts in here, which is why it was only like $6. But you know, better than nothing. Then finally, I saw that Whole Foods has their own brand of these chicken and maple breakfast sausages, which I really like the Applegate ones, but they do get kind of pricey. And I thought I might as well try the Whole Foods brand. I'm sure they're very similar. If you guys look for a little breakfast protein, actually I can't recommend them because I haven't tried them yet, but I'm sure they're good. I actually think this is going to end the vlog because I want to edit it. It's Saturday now and I want to put this up for you guys. 2021, we are 1 week down. Who knows what the hell is in store. Very happy to be back in my apartment, New York. First handful of days in quarantine vlog, and I will see you in my next one. Subscribe if you're not already, because I am going to be vlogging all of my process, getting into the groove. What was that head thing? Getting into a routine back here in my New York City apartment, and moving and starting a job at the end of the month and all of that. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.